Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy my video today, please subscribe. And if you click on the bell next to the subscribe button, you will be notified each time I post a new video. In today's video, I'm going to share the process that I used to create this double page layout for Charlie's yearly album. It's a layout from when my granddaughter to Melbourne to see Katy Perry. I'm going to use the ticket as the journaling. I have created this cut file using my scan and cut it out of white cardstock. I planned on using black for the background, and I'm going to use the same Kaisercraft party paper that I've been using in this whole album, and I'm going to use those papers to back the stars. I haven't used a cut file as a background on a layout before, so I'm experimenting with different ways to attach the pattern paper. In this particular instance, I have just stuck a piece of rectangular paper over the shape using some glue, and while I'm waiting for it to dry, I've gone on and stuck another paper behind another star. Then I'm going to use my scissors to cut around the star. Now, I didn't find this very successful. I found that half the time I was almost cutting the star, the outside edge of the star, when I cut the pattern paper away. So I did that for these two stars, and then I tried a different method. Next, I tried drawing the outline of the star onto the back of a piece of pattern paper and then cutting the star shape out before I attached it to the background. I traced the outside of the star and then cut inside of the line so that it would not poke out through the edges. This was a little more successful and easier to handle. Because the stars are not symmetric, I had to be careful exactly where or how I placed each pattern paper so that it sat where it was supposed to instead of poking out. I also tried tracing the inside of the star and cutting a little wider than my pencil lines, but I found that with that way of doing it, I had to be very careful, and generally you would see some of the pencil mark and you'd have to rub that out with your eraser. So I found the best way to do it, for me anyway, is to trace the outside of the shape, cut the paper out just inside the line, and then attach it using glue. Rather than have you watch me do the whole backing, which actually took quite some time, I'm going to skip now to where I have completed backing all of the cut files. So here we have the completed backing. It's at this stage that I was looking at the photos on the pages, and the photos are quite dark themselves, so I thought they looked too dark with the black backing. I found this green paper that I thought went really nicely with it, and I tried the two pages with the photos, and I decided that I preferred the lighter background, and the photos stood out much better, in my opinion, on the lighter background. I went ahead and attached the cut file to the backing paper. I wanted to have there were a couple of photos that were quite light, two in fact, and I thought that to make them stand out a bit from the background, because they seem to blend in quite a bit, I would matte them, which meant that I would matte all of them. So I have cut mats for all of the photos and the admission ticket that leave a 1/16 border around each edge of the photo or ticket. I've then attached these to the photos. So now I'm going to attach the photos to the layout. The ticket, which is actually the journaling block or the title, I've attached some sticky back foam to that, and I'm going to use that to pop that up off the page a bit. The rest of the photos are just attached using double-sided tape. The sticky backed foam is only sticky on one side, which I've used to attach that to the photo. So I'm using some glue to attach that photo to the layout, because I don't think that double-sided tape would be strong enough. I'm going to use this top photo to actually cover up that person in the background of the bottom right photo. I go ahead and attach this photo to the layout and then decide that I want the photo to be parallel with the one below it, so I have to lift it up and straighten it up a little bit. A bit more pleasing to the eye, or my eye anyway. I want to create a bit of a border around the edge of my page, so I take my black ink pad and ink around the edges. Because the background's so busy on this layout, I don't feel that it needs any more embellishment, and the journaling and title are well covered by having the admission ticket on there. I hope you enjoyed my video today. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see my new videos as they become available. I would love it if you would share my videos with your friends. I love reading your comments too, so please don't forget to leave one for me.